अच्छा, हम आते हैं, आपने एक बात और भी बहुत खूबसूरत कही कि एक एक्टर जो है ना, दिस मीडियम इज एक्टर्स मीडियम, स्टेज, एंड अमंगस्ट ऑल दिस आपने फिल्मों में भी बहुत बेहतरीन काम किया है। आप एक वाइफ भी हैं, आप एक बहुत ही बखूबी एक्टिविस्ट भी हैं। ये सारा वक्त मुझे सिखाएं प्लीज, ये मैनेजमेंट ऑफ टाइम कहाँ से आता है? आई थिंक दैट लेसन ऑल्सो आई नीड टुडे फ्रॉम यू। हाउ डू यू डू ऑल ऑफ दिस टुगेदर?
You know, I think when you feel passionate about something, you manage to create the time for it. But I think the pressure on the contemporary woman to be the superwoman who can just do everything perfectly, I think that we need to move out of that construct, because there is no need to be a perfect superwoman, to do everything perfectly, because you have to prioritize, you have to decide. If you want your finger in every pie, then you have to do what is basic time management, and you have to get on board a support system that can help you do as much as you can. But you have to prioritize. If I try, there were times when I used to feel very frustrated because I wanted to run a perfect home, I wanted to be a perfect hostess, I wanted to be a very good actor, I wanted to work in the slums, I wanted to be a perfect daughter. इतने सारे roles कि मुझे ऐसा लगता था I will not be able to keep
सांस बंद करती
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. If you look at the contemporary woman today, I mean, the pressures on her are just unbelievable. And so if you can build a support system and get on board people who can help, then it helps.
But this fight for being a superwoman and to not be a bad mother and not be, because get lost in this.
But what is a bad mother? Who defines what is a bad mother? I mean, it's believed that if you don't have time for your children 24/7, then you're a bad mother. But the fact is that if you spend quality time with them, sometimes that can compensate for the lack of time. So there are, but there is no one formula. You have to work it out.
You're constantly fighting with your not only self but the world around you.
That's right.
As well. I think we're living in, I call this an identity crisis at this point in time. Do you see a ray of hope somewhere?
Well, I'm an optimist. I always see the glass is half full rather than half empty. But we are living in troubled times. We are living in dark times. There is an attempt to compress identity into towing the line, into being the model, the model wife, the model nation, the model gender, the model race. And I think that's important. We need to resist it.
You're resisting it, definitely.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Fantastic. It was so beautiful to talk to you. Of all the roles that you have in your life as a woman, which one do you think you have performed to perfection in your own eyes? Or you've wanted to and you've reached the closest?
नहीं, ऐसा कोई रोल नहीं है जो कि मैं कहूँगी कि मैं I'm told that I'm a good daughter, but if I weighed by my own yardsticks, I feel that it's nothing in comparison with what my parents have given me.
It is such a pleasure to speak to you finally. Om ji के साथ हमने बहुत वक्त बिताया. I used to direct him in BBC and he spoke a lot about you. And anything that you would...
It was a huge shock. I mean, you say this normally, but it was really a huge shock. One knew that Om was struggling against demons and that he was having a hard time, but this came as a very big blow. Om was a very, very good actor, and what people don't know so much is he was a very versatile actor. You see, he could do drama and he could do comedy. In fact, the first time I ever saw him on stage was in a play called Bichu, in which he was absolutely fantastic. I miss Om, I miss Farooq. These were colleagues who really held the parallel cinema movement, and we will continue to miss them.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आपका शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए. It's been such a pleasure. मैं सोच रही हूँ एक हाथ मार दूँ आपके सामने फिर भी. उजाले
जरूर,
अपनी
इरशाद।
यादों के मेरे साथ रहने दो, न जाने किस गली में जिंदगी की शाम हो जाए। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका। How did you like this chai chat? Please write to me on my Twitter handle @Lavina Tandon, or you can write to me on chaichat@ashtak.com. Thank you. Take care and God bless.